Hi, I'm Damara. I am a senior at Mount Lake Terrace High School.
My name is Ryan McClelland, and I'm a senior at Linwood High School.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I'm a senior at Linwood High School.
From like 8th grade to freshman year, through all that, I was dealing with the courts because of attendance. I just was nervous about high school, and so I just got anxiety, and so I never went.
Even though I grew up in a Christian family, I started getting distance from Jesus when I entered middle school. It was mostly because a lot of kids in my middle school didn't really follow Jesus or didn't go to church ever, and so I didn't really think it was the cool thing to do.
When I was little, my peers and my friends used the word divorce so many times to talk about their parents and the relationship they had. I never thought that the word would be incorporated in my family at such a young age. My parents separated when I was in the 3rd grade, and I became hopeless. I was nervous, I was scared, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know how to react.
That year, they took me out of school one day with handcuffs. I was just crying. I just thought it was the most terrible thing in the world. I found out my mom was addicted to pills. My hometown, Darrington, they were destroyed from the Oso mudslide. My Aunt Anna died from cancer. My lizard died. I just thought the whole year was crumbling and thinking, like, why me? Why did this have to happen?
My mom would ask me if I wanted to go to church, and I would say no, or I'd rather just stay home, play video games, because I didn't really want to waste my time going there or sitting through a sermon. And then that followed on Sunday nights when there's youth group. I'd occasionally go, but it became less frequent throughout middle school and going into high school. I would be reading my Bible less, praying less, and I had really very few friends who even were Christians or who I felt comfortable speaking to Jesus about.
My dad moved out, lived on his own. My mom and I moved up north because she thought things would be better for us. I moved to a new school, I had new friends, I even got a puppy that summer. I thought everything was going to be okay. I had no foundation, I had no friends to talk to, I had no one to turn to for comfort. I was scared.
Summer before my sophomore year, my friend Chloe invited me to a Young Life camp in Oregon, and I thought it would be awesome because it just sounded really cool to live with Jesus. That summer, I did open my heart, and I just felt like fireworks were bursting out, and I was just really happy and excited about that. I was going to church every now and then with my Young Life leader, Ariel, and I just thought it was pretty good, and then just life complications happened. My mom, she got a little more obsessed with her addiction. She just started stealing from her husband. I was living with my friends. I thought I had like a good foundation with God and Jesus, but then it just kind of just all got shooken up that year.
So it was the end of my freshman year when my older brother told me about this thing called Young Life. And it was this club that gets together every Monday night where kids from the high school will meet up, sing songs, hang out, eat snacks. At the end of the night of Young Life, a leader will share their walk with Jesus and kind of give a word about God for kids to kind of learn and get an idea what that's about. So going to that really just like kind of opened my eyes, because seeing that all these kids from the same high school that I go to are going to this club to learn about Jesus kind of inspired me. It made me more comfortable talking to my own friends and inviting them to come.
People were afraid to sit with me at lunch. On a Monday, at lunch, 2 girls came up and sat by me. Had no idea who they were, but I was excited that people actually wanted to sit with me. They invited me to this thing called Young Life. They said their names were Brittany and Victoria, and they couldn't wait to have me there. I hadn't even given them an answer yet. They told me that it was Blacklight Club, that we were going to be listening to music and playing games and eating food, having fun. I was in 6th grade, and my 8th grade friends were going. Of course I wanted to go. I wanted to be just like them. What else was I going to do that night? I went, and it was probably the best decision I've ever made.
It was the end of my sophomore year where I invited all my friends to the last Young Life. My Young Life leader, Phil, told me to bring people. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we all went across the street to where our Young Life was being held, and we just had a lot of fun. All of them had a blast.
I knew I wanted to go to Young Life camp, but it was expensive. My leaders told me that I was able to fundraise. I didn't pay a dime of my own money to go to camp. I fundraised it all, And I had fun when I fundraised it. I had fun with my leaders. I had fun with my friends. It was a good time.
At the end of my sophomore year, my Young Life leader, Adrian, told me that another Young Life leader, Danny, and her husband were willing to welcome me into their family. At the end of that year, I moved in with them. I was nervous, scared, because I didn't know who they were exactly. But now I feel like I have another family.
They showed this video for a Young Life camp that was going to take place this summer in Oregon, and it looked like it was going to be amazing. We figured that the whole summer we were going to try to save up and do fundraisers and do whatever we could to raise the money to go to this camp. Through the help of Phil and other Young Life leaders and other people, we were able to make it to the camp. It was honestly life-changing. At the end of the week, I had a one-on-one conversation with my Young Life leader, Phil. He was able to reach out to me, and at that point I felt really comfortable opening up to him, telling him how my relationship with God was at the time and how I wanted to grow. My friends and I got a chance to go to work crew at the same camp in Oregon. Like, we were behind the scenes for other kids that came to a weekend of camp, and we would do dishes, bus tables, and just clean and kind of make the camp experience good for the campers that came. It just kind of grew us all closer.
I met people who wanted to know who I was, who wanted to have fun with me and be part of this thing called Young Life with me. I had leaders who were happy to see me, who gave me big hugs and shared smiles with me every time they saw me in the hallways or outside of school at my sporting events. I had people that wanted to get to know who I was. I knew that they were excited to know me, and I was hoping that there was someone else that wanted to get to know me more. I met Jesus in the field at Young Life Camp. I sat there and I wondered, why me? Why does someone want to love me and know me this much? I just remember feeling overwhelmed with happiness, though. It was a good feeling.
I had the opportunities to finally get a job, get my license, and grow in my faith with Jesus. I finally got baptized. I've been praying a lot more. I've gone to church every Sunday. Occasionally we go to South Everett and help teach kids about Jesus and God. Seeing their faith growing with them, it makes me just excited for that and even more hopeful for the life I have come to grow in.
Since we've all gotten involved in Young Life, God has really given me the tools I need just to continue to build my relationship with Him, whether it's through my Young Life leaders or my friends. I always have family and people to talk to when I need them.
My Young Life leaders are some of the most amazing people I know. I know that the people that I've met through Young Life will be my lifelong friends. They make me feel important. My leaders make me feel important, and God makes me feel important.
After high school, I'm not exactly sure what I'm planning to do, but I'm hoping maybe military or maybe becoming a nurse. I'm just excited for what's next to come because I am so happy that it's with Jesus.
The community I've been a part of has really just helped me grow in my own faith, and I'm truly blessed to be a part of Young Life.
I knew that I wanted to pursue this relationship. I knew that I wanted to be in a relationship with someone I could call my father, someone that wanted to be there for me. I feel important to people who are there and a God who I know is there. And for that, I'm forever grateful.